This is the third and final video that I did with Duncan Stewart, the Director of Research over at Deloitte Canada. We're talking about Deloitte's technology, media, and telecommunication predictions for 2023. In this video, we discuss social media and social commerce. Do you foresee something like that happening? People being willing to pay for social media, something kind of like a newspaper where now you have a paywall like the New York Times. Could you see that happen with social media moving in the future?
It's complicated. It depends what your definition of social media is. Also, is there likely to be a social media service where everybody on it pays, or is it that you pay for certain features or privileges or feeds or authentication or status or access? That people are playing around with that model. Why are they playing around with that model? Because for years and years and years, the social media companies had enormous revenue growth, largely through advertising. That growth appears to be slowing down. The year-over-year growth in the social media companies from advertising for a variety of reasons. There may be some saturation of the market. One of the other things is that some of the form of content that's being consumed is less monetizable than others, at least for now. But generally, social media companies are looking at every possible way of increasing monetization. Some of that would be through some sort of subscription model, but other of it is through more what we call social commerce. Deloitte actually is predicting this year that the social commerce market, this isn't necessarily buying something on Twitter or Facebook or TikTok, but it's being influenced by the social media as part of the customer journey. We are saying that things that we buy around the world this year that have been influenced by that social commerce will be a $1 trillion industry in 2023. That's yet another way they can monetize. It's all part of how do I as a social media company make more money off my user base?
Yeah, because there was something, I don't know if this counts as social commerce, but I've seen this in YouTube. I'm a big boxing fan and I was watching some boxing channels and they'll do live streaming and people can do like a super like in YouTube where they can pay like $5. And then if you paid, that person will comment on your comment on the live stream. And I'm like, wow, this is a new revenue stream for them. But then I was wondering, how much do the social media companies take a cut out of that new kind of revenue stream that didn't exist?
Some people include YouTube in social media, some don't. As always, I can't comment on individual companies, but I can share a funny story. Andy, I don't know if you remember this. I was years and years ago a contestant on the TV show Jeopardy.
That's right. I know.
You remember that?
Yes.
Anyway, there is a person, Amy Schneider, who I saw had a really good run and she won the Tournament of Champions and she's done really well. And there's a thing she does where you can actually pay her money and she will send a short video message to your mom wishing her a happy birthday for money. I have no idea if social media is part of that, but it does feel like it's the monetization of everything is kind of where we're heading.
And not only that, but you guys were talking about influencers and how shopping is being, that is huge in Asia, I know right now.
Massive in Asia. China is the leader on this. However, I will say this is now to your demographic question, Andy. When you were talking Gen Zs and millennials, Duncan is not much influenced by who he sees on TikTok. This is largely influenced by the fact that Duncan hasn't figured out how to use TikTok. Yeah. But even on other social media, I don't buy a lot of what I see, but I got 4 kids and they do. That's the huge, the shopping of the future. This whole influencer economy is big now, but it will be much larger in the future.
I call it the shopping channel 2.0.
Exactly.
You know, you look at with television, cable TV and streaming, that they're kind of looking alike. So we've just kind of we've had these models and it's just kind of, it's like modernity right now of these old school models that have been tried, tested, and true.
Everything old is new again. I think I've been saying that for about 20 years now.
That's excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed this interview I had with Duncan Stewart, the Director of Research over at Deloitte Canada, discussing the technology, media, and telecommunication predictions for 2023. Be sure to watch video 1 where we talk about ad-supported streaming services, and also the second video where we discuss LEO satellites and space junk. I'm Andy Baryer, Handy Andy. We'll see you again next time.